Now, a month ago, Stephen Davis was resigned to life without a practical prosthetic hand. He's from Clydach near Swansea. He was born without a left hand, but had never been happy with the replacements he'd been offered. But in a whirlwind 4 weeks, not only is Stephen now using a new plastic hand, he's also started producing hands for other people. This is a remarkable story. Jason Phelps went to meet him.
His children call it the Transformer hand, just like the science fiction toys. It's even got a Transformers logo on it. Transformers, more than meets the eye. But Stephen Davis's prosthetic hand is definitely science fact. It's light plastic made up of red, black and blue sections.
Yeah, well, it's a mechanical hand. It's 3D printed, made out of plastic. It's operated by just flexing the wrist, and just at the flex of the wrist it causes the fingers to all closed. The fingers are then adjustable with screws so that you can alter their position to grip better.
Although happy with the hand he has now, this hasn't always been the case for Stephen.
Well, I was born with one hand, and as a child people noticed this difference, but my father and my mother worked hard to get me help when I was young, and I received a dummy hand which hasn't got much use but looks relatively like a normal hand. As I grew up and started coming into the teenage years, they start being noticed by other people, and it becomes uncomfortable, so it's easier to stop using them and hide away, put your arm in your pocket so people don't notice, so you don't stand out in a crowd.
So is that what you started doing? You started hiding your arm away?
Yeah, I started putting it away up until about 6 years ago, when I found that when we moved into a new house, I needed some help when we had a garden for the first time, and I needed some help with doing the lawn and cutting the hedges, and I also wanted to ride a bike, and that's when I went to the NHS for help.
So Stephen, we got that prosthetic here in front of us, and it looks like a piece of plastic with a metal claw. I think that's fair to be said. Yeah. And you weren't happy with this?
No, it's very torture chamber. Like it doesn't look good at all. It's nothing I don't think anyone would be proud to walk down the street wearing.
So Stephen, how have we gone then from getting that metal claw from the health service to where you are now?
Well, about a month ago, I was just browsing the internet looking at artificial hands, and I came across a picture of a hand that just looked fantastic. I found it was made by Enable, and they came back to me saying that we're a volunteer community and all hands are free, and they paired me up with a man called Drew Murray up in Milton Keynes, who built me the hand and sent it to me in the post.
And Stephen, not only are you a customer or a patient, you now want to try and help others yourself.
Oh, I was so amazed by it. I just had to get involved. So I thought, how can I do this? So I decided to try and raise the funds to buy my own 3D printer so that I can help others.
So Stephen, we've got the 3D printer here. It basically looks like a big black box. So tell me exactly how it works. How do you create a working prosthetic hand from this 3D printer?
Well, the Enable community have got the 3D blueprints, if you will. You then download those files onto a card, put them into the 3D printer, and it would print it layer by layer using melted extruded plastic.
So Rhian, you're Stephen's wife. What do you make of the project he's embarked on?
I'm just very pleased for him and very proud, because I know how much it means to him and how much he has struggled on and off throughout his life. And it's given him even simple things like holding a newspaper, which he couldn't do before, holding a pen. And I see things like that, and it makes me quite emotional, because I know that those are things that perhaps he's wanted to do, like read a newspaper, and never been able to. So, it's all good.
So, Connor, what do you think about your dad's new hand?
It's cool.
And what do you think about the idea that he's going to help other people and build hands for other people, in particularly children?
I'm proud he decided to do it, especially for children.
And Charlie, what did you think when you saw your dad's new hand for the first time?
I thought it was awesome.
What do you think it looks like?
It looks like Optimus Prime's hand.
Is that why he's got a Transformer sticker on it?
Yes.
Was that your idea?
Yeah.
What motivates you then by working and designing your own hands?
I just want to help. There's other kids out there like me that I don't want to be made fun of, or I want them to be the cool kids in the yard. I want them to feel good about themselves. I want them to feel happy to be themselves.
Well, it's certainly a cool hand. Stephen Davis's remarkable story, and Stephen is fundraising so that he can manufacture plastic hands for others who need him. You can find out more information on his GoFundMe page online. It's called Free 3D Hands.